Warning. The thoughts and opinions expressed in this video are not meant to harm or promote negativity towards anyone. On the other hand, DTH is a and he just trying to laugh.
What is it, Jidion? I almost got arrested for catching a monster. Don't they all? You know different because of this. They're trying to stop your shine.
A registered offender with a real-life victim, and he's coming to commit the same crime again.
I was with my friend's younger sister.
How old were you back then?
Huh?
Like 23.
And how old was she?
Yo, this nigga's already getting started. Yo, these niggas are already getting started, bro. This is insane. Like, that's crazy to me. This nigga, like, the fact he feels comfortable, bro. He must have been holding that shit in for a while. Maybe he's wanting to tell somebody, but fuck, bro. Disgusting. Big cousin G, Jid, lock him up.
But sadly, this video isn't focused on him, but instead the Albany, Oregon Police Department. In today's episode, you will see corruption on a scale we have.
Oh yeah. Also, now I know a little bit more. He did a live YouTube about this very situation, so it's kind of cool now to get the full context of it because it looked really fucked up when it was, when he was doing the live.
Never seen before here on EDP Watch. From threats of being arrested.
You're gonna get arrested for this one. Oh, okay.
To being pushed out of a government building.
Okay, now you're pushing me. Okay. More handsy with me than a registered sex offender.
Even them stating to us that they would have never shown up to our 911 calls.
I got a question. If he didn't have a warrant for his arrest, would you guys have even shown up? Probably not.
So sit back, relax.
What the fuck?
Hit that like button and sub, because we're only 200K away from 4 million. And enjoy today's episode of EDP.
Alright, what's good, YouTube? Welcome to a brand new episode of EDP Watch, and we are still here in Oregon. We already got 2 arrests here, and we're trying to go 3 for 3. And we are right now at the Albany train/bus station because the man today, Mr. Charles here, he is taking the bus to come meet what he thinks is a 13-year-old girl. And don't let looks deceive you. This might be one of the most dangerous preds that we've ever caught. I mean, these are just a little bit of the list of charges that he's had in the past. Now he's trying to add his icing to a little cupcake. He decided to drop his moral standing taking the bus to come meet a 13-year-old, and now he's decided to have that 13-year-old Uber him over here. So we must oblige. So we got our Uber driver right here. We're gonna go set up the camera and everything, and we gotta make sure that he makes it on his date on time.
Uber?
Yo, there's my guy, white guy. I forgot his name. I
Trying to stay warm
white
in
security
this very cold day.
Oh yeah.
All right, y'all, we're inside of Walmart right now. Jimmy just picked him up, so they're heading this way right now. Like I said, he has a lot of very dangerous charges. He's a very dangerous man, so we'll keep us in y'all prayers, man, and I'm gonna say a quick prayer.
Let's pray.
Any fun plans for the day?
Gotta go do things, you know.
Okay.
Gotta go
How's
do
work going
things.
today so far for you?
Pretty easy day, it'd be better if it stopped raining, but
Oh, facts.
So you from the area?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the old lady and I just moved out here a little bit ago.
Okay.
And she's a recruiter for the Air Force.
I love the Air Force. It's probably one of my favorite branches, you know.
She's definitely the breadwinner.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I've seen some videos where there's someone that are just incredibly insane, like completely opposite. There's like, no, a man needs to meet this criteria, this one.
We do our best to split the bills and whatnot, but
Don't seem
she's
stable.
happy with what she does, and yeah, I mean, it
This
works.
nigga does not.
Actually,
This nigga's
Texas.
weird.
So we were stationed out in Georgia.
Oh.
But my dad, he lives outside of Austin, and he was like, look, I've got this car, your mom and I really aren't using it, why don't you take it? So I'm just borrowing this for a little while.
What I'm trying to say that on that though is like
I gotta say, W backstory for being W fake backstory, because I don't know if it's fake or partly real or whatever, but W backstory for helping get the guy comfortable so he can deliver him to Jidion, bro. This guy is a dog.
like all red states. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a Trump supporter, so like,
Yeah, that's okay.
I love my country. Like,
Yeah. I always feel more relaxed in red states.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Okay.
Hello, we're at the Walmart over here at.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I'm just saying.
So what do you do for work around here?
I help
Just
people out
not
and
give a
stuff for the
Okay.
moment, like friends of friends and
Yeah.
whatnot, but nothing like permanent at the moment.
Hey man, you just living easy and free. That's what matters.
We We have a man who's coming here to meet what he thinks is a 15-year-old girl. He's a sex offender. He's been talking to her sexually, and he's Ubering here right now.
What's his name?
His name is Charles Melick.
I'm living with a friend right now. I was actually living the homeless for a little bit. My house burned down in a fire, unfortunately.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
So I'm working on like really like flipping
Sucks
my
for
life
you, man.
around at the
Anyways,
moment, like in a better,
lock him up.
Okay.
Okay, and how do you know this information?
Because we are stationed all over the U.S. where we have decoys. We actually just got 2 arrests over in Kaiser.
Are you gonna contact him?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Well, I appreciate you, talking with me, man.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to send an officer for this.
Why
What
not?
the
At
fuck?
this time, we have priority calls going on, and I don't have an officer available.
Okay.
So,
I mean,
if
that's
end up talking to him for 5 hours.
not gonna lie to you. That's a valid response. Saying, "Hey, we have priority," because look, this is important, but not okay. So there's a couple different things. Not everybody wants to be a cop anymore, so there are going to be shortages in the amount of cops that we have available. Secondly, there are definitely other things more priority than catching one. Now, this is a huge priority because, again, you're getting a monster off the streets. But if somebody's getting murdered or somebody's getting a domestic violence situation right now or somebody's getting attacked, that's a little bit more important than me having to come help you catch. Now, doesn't mean that this is not important. Now, so that's a valid response as long as that's why she's saying it. If it's just because, if they do have an officer available and then they're not sending them just because of because he's a YouTuber or something, then that's fucked up.
Hours, no one's gonna come out.
Why would you talk to him for 5 hours?
Why would you guys not come? I mean, it could be reversed
I
right
just
now.
told you why.
I'll get you right up here at the grocery entrance. I appreciate you hanging out with me, man.
Just
Have a good one.
send a cop.
Yep.
Like, just
Yeah,
send
please
one.
let
You don't
them
have to
know.
send the
That's
whole
all I
squad.
ask.
One should be
Okay, I'll
enough.
send a call for supervisor review, but like I said, I don't know that we're going to be able to respond.
Have a good day,
That's
all right?
insane.
You too?
Mom, I'm about to catch a guy. Call you later. Pray for me, okay?
Okay.
Love you. Bye, Mom. Hey, Charles, man.
What's this? What the f is this?
We know the access
Hey, man.
on EDPWatch.com.
Hey, man. I don't think you're a bad dude. It's just I just genuinely want to have a conversation with you about this stuff, man.
Yeah.
You want to go inside and we can talk inside somewhere so we're not in the cold? Okay. So your name is Charles?
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. I don't want to put your personal business out there. That's the last thing I'm trying to do. If someone walks by, we could just keep it down and everything.
Okay.
Who are you coming here to meet today?
Bella, I think.
Bella? Okay. And how old did Bella tell you she was? Hey, man, I appreciate you being super honest with me, man. And I mean, like, did she tell you, like, right away that she was 15?
I think so.
Why did you still come?
Like, I don't know. Just to hang out, I guess.
Like, why would you want to...
These niggas never cease to amaze me. I've said it multiple times, bro. If anybody's under the age of 16, and if 16 or under, in fact, fuck it. If you're under the age of 18, but over 16, you shouldn't be talking to anybody that's 16 or younger. If you are over the age of 18, you should not be talking. In fact, 17. If you're over the age of 17, you should not be talking to anybody that is 19 or younger, unless you are those ages. Once you hit 21, fuck out of here. Do not talk to any teenagers. If they have a 1 before their age, don't talk to them. Unless they're family members and you're like, it's like a regular family gathering. Don't talk to them without an adult. That's all I'm saying. That's how you keep yourself from these situations. But these guys, something's fucked up with them. It's like they see that one and they're like, dude, it's crazy to me that you can see that number and you're just not disgusted by yourself for even attempting to be in this kind of situation. Like, why? Bro.
hang out with like a 15-year-old girl?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm only a little bit more than I don't know. You know what I mean? You don't know why?
Maybe I'm retarded, I guess. Like,
I mean, do you have any, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Do you have any learning disabilities?
not that I know of.
Are you just like a lonely dude? Like, were you just...
retarded.
Yeah, that too.
You
Yeah,
are.
let's get a little bit lower, man. I don't want to get your business out there, big dog. It wasn't really like her age. It was just the connection you wanted with her.
I don't know, like, just hang out, like, just see, like, just talk and, like, see. I don't talk to very many people, I guess. I can't explain it. Like,
Here, let's just sit down, man. I don't want
Why the
to.
fuck are you doing this?
I want to feel like as chill as possible. You don't be talking to as many people. Like, do you not have that many friends?
Not really, and yes, at the same time.
Do you have any like family that lives around here?
Not really. My mom passed. Like, I'm kind of alone.
I didn't want to jump to conclusions, but like, when I looked up your name and everything, I saw
you're not
like,
gonna get
what
sympathy
happened
from
in the
anybody.
past. Are you still on the sex registry list?
I
still in his, like, what happened with that?
I was with my friend's younger sister.
How old were you back then?
I can't make him an excuse for this kind of behavior. I just don't understand. I really just don't understand the mental disconnect you have where it is what it is, bro. People are people.
23.
And how old was she?
About 15.
So I don't think I'm judging you at all, but like, what happened with that?
I was at my friend's place, and it just kind of like, we're in the moment, and I don't know, it just kind of like unexpectedly kind of like, I don't know. Like,
So she was hitting onto you pretty much.
yeah, it started that way, and then it just like kind of, I don't know.
Like, do you still have to register as a sex offender
R-worded.
today? I guess my mindset is like, were you trying to like do it again, but do it the right way this
I
time?
don't know.
Hey man, listen, it's, you know, take your time, man. Take your time, genuinely. So like, you know, gather your thoughts.
Like, what I mean is like, I just want to meet, like, I guess in a public place, you know, it's not like, I was like, oh, we have to meet, like, like over here, or like, I can't explain it, like, I don't,
Yeah, because you know it's wrong.
like, I don't know.
He knows what he's doing is wrong.
All that
bro.
sexual stuff he was
Lock
saying.
him up!
Did you mean it?
Lock
But
him up.
You want to see what the vibe was
He's
first?
cognizant of what he's
Like,
doing. He
hoping
knows
that
what he's
it
doing
won't
is
come to
wrong,
that,
but
you
he
know,
still
like,
take
Yeah.
the chance
I
to
don't
do
know,
it.
like, I
So
can't explain
lock
it.
him
I'd
up. He
rather,
doesn't need to do
talking,
it.
like, just see, like, I don't know, like, not, like, I can't explain it, like,
So did you want it to be a relationship with her?
I mean, that's, like, what, like, we're talking about, kind of, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, but, like, I don't know if, like, that it'd be, like, workable,
Bro,
though.
he
at
is
the same
glitching
time. Like,
out.
I'm like, I don't know, my brain,
Why don't you think it would have worked?
I don't know.
Hey, look at me.
Yeah,
Say, I'm not a monster.
I'm not a monster.
No, look me in my eyes and say, I'm not a monster.
I'm not a monster.
But you
It's
are,
okay,
though.
we're just talking about this, man. I see, you know, the guilt on you. I see all this, man. Because would a monster feel like that? Exactly, man. So like you were saying, like, why don't you think it would have worked with her?
Like, I don't know.
saying I'm
Like,
not a
I can't see
monster,
the
bro.
future,
You are
so, like,
100%
I
a
can't
monster.
really.
Is it because of the age difference?
I mean, I don't know. Like, but I wasn't like looking to hurt anybody. You know, like, I don't know. Like,
I genuinely don't think you were, man. Do you ever be on Telegram and stuff like that? Or Zangy or Teleguard?
yes
Yo,
and no.
those.
Like, I guess what would be the craziest thing
I've
that
heard
you've
some
seen
people
happen
talk
on
about Telegram.
like, Teleguard or
That
Telegram
app-
or something?
I don't know.
Mark
You don't know
Zuckerberg.
at all?
Yeah.
Get rid of it.
Do you have any brothers or sisters? or
Because this
anything?
isn't a Facebook
Yeah,
product.
one
I don't know.
brother,
You have one brother. How old is he?
22. Or
He's 22?
30.
So he's your big brother.
No, wait. I don't know. I haven't talked to him in he's 32, so.
Okay, he's 32.
Yeah.
So when was the last time you talked to him?
It's been a minute. I guess if you look me up, you saw an assault charge on me too, or whatever.
Yeah.
So that was with my brother.
What happened, man?
My mom passed.
Yeah.
And we got into a fight over inheritance money.
Was he trying to take that?
He got a little greedy.
Did
He's
you
trying
go
to take
to
that.
prison
Take
over
that.
Yes.
How long did you go in prison?
Damn. Fuck.
How long did you go in prison
Sorry,
for when
bro.
you got on the sex
Damn.
industry?
Diddy Joe.
So you've been in prison for 3
Too
years.
soon.
Give or take, yes.
Oh my god, man, you had a rough life, man. Has it been hard finding work since you are a registered sex offender?
Yes and no. I mean, I haven't had a job in a 2 years-ish.
Because are you on the registry
yes.
for life?
I don't know. I think so. I don't like look up into that stuff.
Yeah, I don't either.
I
like,
would-
I just saw it like in passing
would
by. That's
look
why I'm
that up,
asking.
but I don't
You
know
know,
why.
if her mom had let her come over here, like, what do you think would have happened?
Yeah, I don't know like at all. So
You know, I'm not.
They piss me off every time they keep saying the whole I don't know. Because you had a plan. You had intentions. You guys talked about it. You don't just look, do you know how hard it is to make the average person leave their house nowadays? That's why DoorDash, Uber, all these places have a lot of money because most niggas do not want to leave their crib. So for you to leave your house, it has to be something astronomical, or you are guaranteed that something is going to happen. What are you guaranteeing that you are leaving your house for? You know, my nigga. Stop with the whole I don't know. I hate when they do that shit.
I'm not trying to embarrass you when I'm reading this.
That's
one,
the
but,
dumb,
you know,
bro.
you said on the phone how, you know, you would want to do sex stuff, and you said, I love to play with your nice. I want to please you in any way and kiss you all over your body. Should
stop.
a 30-year-old man be saying that to you?
Probably not.
You know, I need
It's
better
a
answer.
no.
Probably not, man.
no,
Yeah. So why did you say that stuff?
I don't know.
Yeah, get him because
honestly, like,
Were you horny?
I can be sometimes.
Do you think this is one of those times?
I'm not sure because like I'm not right now, so like it's. I don't know.
Did you bring any condoms with you?
No.
That's
Like
a
I wasn't
fucking
really
lie.
thinking on doing any like that kind of.
It also could be meaning that like you didn't want to use condoms.
Oh.
I mean, you told her before that you weren't gonna use any.
Oh.
No, yeah, just walk by.
Fuck, dude.
Nah, yes sir. No.
It's okay. Let's talk about that. It's already fucked up to like not somebody with a condom, because unless you're planning to have a kid with that person. Now, I can't even imagine. I don't understand. I'm literally my brain. Thank God that when I watch these videos, I have no like connection to these people. Like, thank God that when I like watch these things, like my brain goes, I could never see that happening. Because if I ever get to a point where I'm like, I need help.
This business between you and me, man. You know, no one else needs to know about this. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here, man. And I'm genuinely not trying to be rude or anything. You said, with you, I don't have any condoms. I don't know if you would want to have sex. And it's like, oh, you can't get any? He's like, yes, I can get some. To be honest with you, I don't know. I've never worn a condom before. So
Yeah, I've never like personally like I don't know.
you got to see where I'm coming from, where it looks like you were trying to go with no condom with her.
No, not like that either. It's just like I don't know. I don't know.
You don't tell me you weren't going to have sex with her.
I mean, meeting like that's like
Maybe not on the first date, but like eventually you weren't.
I don't like that. That's what I was saying. Like I just want to like talk personally, kind of thing. Like I can't really explain it.
Okay, well here, you know what? Let's work it backward. The thing that got you up on the sex registry. How did you guys begin talking?
This is my friend's sister, so like I go over to my friend's place and she'd just be there, kind of thing, like all the time.
Okay, and like how many times did you guys like fool around together?
Like it's only.
Bruh. Yeah. So I have little sisters. So the rage that just came up inside out of me, like there a little bit, like I almost snapped a little bit when he said that, made me think like, what if I ever had a friend that oh man, I don't know what I would do to this dude. God, thank goodness I'm not part of the justice system, because I don't think it'd be legal what I want this guy to go through.
Just a one-time thing. Like it wasn't like.
So was it consensual or did it get rough?
I didn't actually do it. Like I just like I had to leave. Like.
What do you mean you didn't actually do it?
Like have sex.
So what did you guys do?
She started kissing me.
Damn.
Hello, police department. How's it going? I understand you have a warrant for your arrest. Go ahead and stand up. Put your hands behind your back.
Hey, my man, you're not gonna talk sexual to 13-year-old girls ever again, right?
You guys need to walk away.
Oh, okay.
Okay, right now.
Damn.
You guys need to get off this aisle, please. Thank you.
So they did they caught this guy for them, and he's just, bruh, they see the cameras. Look, honestly, excuse me, from the cost perspective, I understand a little bit, because most businesses nowadays, when you see a camera or somebody recording, no matter what happens, if they figure out that had something to do with that business, there's always some kind of repercussion comes out to that business. Same thing with the cops. If there's a camera in tow that has nothing to do with them, that they don't control the video from that camera, they're liable to get in trouble for something without them doing anything. At the same time, if you're not doing anything wrong, you should have no fear of being recorded, I feel. But the same, like, I don't know. I'm not explaining it. Because if I was working and somebody had a camera, I'd be like, why are you fucking recording? But at the same time, it's like, bro, they brought him here. They got the suspect for you, and you're over here being rude as shit and all that. Like, it's annoying. It's a little fucking annoying.
Yes, sir.
This is not part of the investigation anymore. Can we turn this off?
I mean, can we record it?
I'm recording as well.
Okay, we'll just record it. Thank you.
Did you contact the Albany Police Department prior to this going down?
Yes, sir.
And what was said?
I was telling her that a man is coming to meet a 10-year-old girl. I told her that he had taken an Uber. She was telling us that they don't have any officers
So
of it.
he was already on his way.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, he was already on his way.
And you guys were already here.
Yes, sir.
Already plans made.
Yeah. He had planned to meet her here. Yes, sir.
That's a problem. You guys are not law enforcement, and you're engaging in law enforcement.
No, it's not. This is not illegal. Over in Kaiser, We got 2 arrests last night.
You guys can submit your investigation through our online portal. We're
Okay.
going to deal with that today.
Well, can I get the information for that? Because, I mean, I know you guys are arresting him on some warrant or whatever, but, I mean, I feel like it's also more important that he's a registered sex offender and he came here to meet a 15-year-old girl when he previously the 15-year-old girl when he was 23 years old.
Right, but you engage in law enforcement activity.
This isn't law enforcement only.
You confronted someone who committed a crime. Is that not what happened?
Yes, sir, but that's not illegal.
That's a law enforcement activity.
But it's not illegal, though.
The fuck? So if somebody shoots somebody, or somebody, I don't know. So here's a crime: assault. So if somebody punches somebody, I can't say, "Hey, man, don't punch him." Is that so? I can't. That's police activity. Because that's essentially what this guy's saying right now. What an asshole.
I know, but do you understand what you're creating by doing so?
Yes, we got a predator that tried to meet a 15-year-old girl. Because, I mean, without...
What if that predator had a gun and just decided today's not my day and started shooting?
We can't do what ifs. He didn't. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I can't play what ifs.
Okay.
That's what we do every day.
I mean, what if I crashed when I flew over here?
Yeah.
We're done. You guys can submit it through the online portal.
I mean, can I get at least a case number?
This case is not associated with what you guys are doing. This is just a warrant arrest.
So you don't care that you came to meet a 15-year-old girl?
We do. We want
Okay, so can I get a case number for that at least? So what about, you know what, my witness testimony where he admitted to me that he came?
to be submitted through the online portal.
You don't submit a witness testimony through the online portal. You submit the evidence.
So here's the deal. We would
Okay.
you guys to cooperate with us beforehand.
There's-
You guys chose not to do that, and you
Whatever, bro. That's such a lie. That's such a lie, bro. There's no way that they would actually want them to cooperate. Like, the odds of the police being like, "Oh yeah, you can do our investigation for us," like, it's never works out. It's never what y'all do. Get the fuck out of here, bro. This is such bullshit, bro. Like, he just tried to help, and bro, I don't understand, bro. Because at the end of the day, even if they don't agree with what he's doing, they could easily just not be dismissive and be like, unfortunately, like, hey man, like, appreciate, like, you can even, but it's like they have no appreciation for it at all. They don't care. Like, they don't give a fuck about that part at all, even though that's an important part. But it is, you know what? It is what it is, what they want to do. That's how they're living their life. Maybe they're trying not to get in trouble. Who knows? I don't know, bro. But I feel like this is just unnecessary.
But how's the day? Oh,
there's no case number for what you
we kept it as calm as possible. Nothing happened.
But this is a citizen requesting an incident report for an incident.
Correct.
I'm asking, does the city have a
Providing
policy for you to ignore that?
If you have more questions, you can call the Albany Police Department.
I mean, are you not the police department?
But this is the direction that the Albany Police Department has given us.
I got a question. If he didn't have a warrant for his arrest, would you guys have even shown up?
Probably not.
Albany community, I hope you guys hear this. The Albany Police Department said they would not have shown up if the man here today didn't have an...
Damn. Look, not gonna lie, Big Cousin Jid, you kind of look like a Karen, bro. You kind of look like a Karen. I know. What you're doing is great, but Brody, it's not gonna make anything better. But at the same time, I'm not gonna tell you how to do your business. They'll think what you're doing is great, Big Cousin Jid.
arrest warrant. The man here today came to meet a 15-year-old girl, and he's already a registered sex offender. But they wouldn't have came if he didn't have an arrest warrant. They wouldn't have came.
You're gonna get arrested for this now.
Oh, okay. My bad. Let me whisper it, y'all. The Albany Police Department did not want to do anything unless this man didn't have an arrest warrant. We've been trespassed? Yeah, we'll dip out. It's all good.
The way you guys went about it is so inappropriate.
Inappropriate? What was inappropriate about what we did?
You've been trespassed now.
Hey, Albany community, I just want to let you guys know they would not have arrested a registered sex offender coming to meet a 15-year-old girl today if he didn't have an arrest warrant.
I respect that, bro. You guys are awesome.
Thank you. Hey, at least the community respects what we do. I'm going inside the police station right now. Please, everybody, just screen record this because who knows what might happen. But, you know, justice needs to be served. So I really don't care. Hello, ma'am. Can I?
You know, it's really sad though that it's to me the issue is the paperwork. It's the paperwork, like, because if there's no repercussion, like if there were no repercussions to the police officers for, you know, being in contact with these guys or accepting them and letting them do what they do, I don't think it would be a major deal for them to be like, yeah, bro, like, thank you for, but for some reason, there's something blocking these cops from being like, yeah, sure, let's work together on this. Let's give you the case number. Let's give you the information. Let's charge him also with the attempted, all this, to have, relations with a minor, all that stuff. That shouldn't be an issue. That's that's what he was. I don't know. I just wonder how did Chris Hansen get away with it back then? Because it just makes no sense to me. Because if they're doing something like this, why is Chris Hansen getting away with it all those years in the past? But then again, the show did end, I guess, because they said there was a lot of lawsuits and stuff. I don't know. I just feel like
please talk to the captain of patrol or the.
What is this regarding?
So we had an incident over at the Walmart where a registered sex offender came to meet a 13-year-old girl, and the sergeant refused to make an incident report about this. I don't know if that goes against our city policies, and I do have my ID on me. And the police officer threatened to arrest me.
You're not going to get anywhere with me on that point because I was in there.
That's fine, but I'm not. I don't mean to be rude or nothing, but I'm not trying to get anywhere with you. I'm trying to get somewhere with the police.
Have to run you officer safety to make sure that you're all good, and then I will go.
That's crazy. So you're the only one that runs me. The other guys don't even run me. Okay, officer, can I please get a case number for the case?
There's an online report submission process.
This is the first police station I've ever seen that works like this. It's always, here, let's get your name, tell us what happened. You guys didn't make an on-scene report. You literally told me to my face.
I'm not gonna lie to you. As much as I support Big Cousin Jid, I feel for the officer in this one because I've been in this kind of situation where you're just trying to do your job. You're trying to go with policy, but then somebody comes in with a camera, and the next thing you know, you're afraid because if this person with the camera does something, you can lose your job and have no power over it. And you're just like, what the fuck? I'm not mad at Jidion. I get PTSD from this kind of shit because I'm like, bro, there are a bunch of people who have lost their jobs in this kind of situation who do try to do good. He's a police officer. I feel like he's innately trying to do something good. I don't have any beef with the police. I think they tend to try to do the right thing. But the issue is the bad apples to make them look bad. But now, the issue here is there's a disconnect between now the community and the police officer. Between the people who are trying to be protected versus the people who are supposed to protect them. And when you have something like this, it's not good. It's not supposed to be like this. It's not supposed to be a situation where an officer is looked as the enemy, in a situation. It's not supposed to be like that. The cops are always, should usually be the ones to be like, oh my God, I'm glad they're here to help us. But now, because of the situation, there's a disconnect. And I think this is one of the biggest issues in America today. Why is there such a fucking huge disconnect between the cops and the community? Again, I understand a bunch of bad cops have done some bullshit. But at the end of the fucking day, bro, the cops are the ones with the guns and all the stuff that's supposed to have legally to protect us. But if we keep doing shit like this, there's going to be a separation. And then there's going to be less people who want to become police officers because they'll be like, am I just going to get chastised by somebody and yelled at with a camera in front of my face one day? Even though I just came to work to try and help people. I could have saved 20 people's lives and you wouldn't have known it. But this one situation, I felt like I didn't go exactly the way you wanted to go. And now you have a camera in my face and now everybody hates me. Even though I spent years putting my life at risk trying to protect. It's weird. Man, I feel bad. I feel bad for him. But at the same time, I don't, because it's it's a give and take, bro. It's a give and take. To be honest, this whole thing should have really just been Jidion goes. This is the most ideal this should have been. Jidion calls the police officer, says we have now been in contact with this person. Okay, they go to that person's location, pick him up, question him. Then they call Jidion, gets the testimony. Then they put sex offender on that person's identification, or they lock them up as they should and gets them off the street. But now it's turned into a whole situation where there's a camera in front of my face and I look like a bad guy because unfortunately there are policies and rules and regulations, and everybody has rights, including criminals. So if the criminals want to sue or say some bullshit just to get out of this, they can. That's another thing that nobody really talks about sometimes. You're so annoying. All right, I'm going on a tangent.
That the only reason why you guys arrested him is because he has an arrest warrant.
That's the only reason we responded, because our dispatch told you that we were not going to come.
So you don't care that a registered sex offender came to meet a 13-year-old?
Those are your words.
How is it my officer? Okay, you know what? Let me calm myself down.
You're from Texas, correct?
Yes, sir.
So when you roll into Albany, Oregon, to our local Walmart, and you create the scene that you did, that creates a lot of problems for...
Officer, there was not a single scene. No one in that Walmart knew what was going on until all you guys came in. So you're not gonna give me a case number, you're not gonna take my report?
That is correct.
The only reason why he's in jail right now is because he has an arrest warrant. It doesn't even matter that he's a registered sex offender.
Okay, that you're not a police officer.
I'm not pretending to be. Officer, you have arrests here from other groups.
Okay, we're done. You need to leave the police department. Thank you.
I can't be here in a public area?
No, we exercise control of our building. So we're done with business.
Get out of there before they try
How
to
can we
attack
be done
you,
with
my
business
nigga.
when you never started business? Sergeant Curtis Bell of the Albany Police Department, and you threatened to arrest me for no reason.
I'm telling you, you need to leave. Your business is done here.
No, you threatened to arrest me at the Walmart. You threatened to arrest me at the Walmart.
I told you I was gonna arrest you for.
Oh, you told me. My bad. Turnbull. Okay, now you're pushing me. Okay. More handsy with me than a registered sex offender.
He went to jail.
Because the arrest warrant. That's the only reason why he's in jail. That's the only reason why y'all are fucking losers. Fuck you. I'm gonna submit all this evidence, but I'm not submitting it to a case because there's no case number. All I'm doing is just sending it to an email. This is the first time I've never gotten a case number, and then they never even got my information until I came to the police station for officer safety,
Because Jid is
not for the crime that was
heated.
on scene. You know what? I apologize for cussing. I shouldn't have cussed. Like the literal, I am actually shaking from frustration. Yeah, he pushed me.
I'm gonna go in and get a request for the footage because he assaulted you.
My security, James, he's asking for a report. Hello, how you doing, officer? Are you gonna turn down the blinds? I can't see inside the thing that my tax dollars pay for. Bro, untransformed from a Karen.
Okay. All right. I'm not gonna lie. As the video goes on, because of Jidion, you're sounding more like a Karen. Oh my god, over and over again. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. It's not cool to be doing this shit, bro. Like nobody likes a camera in their face, except for unless they know there's gonna be a camera there. Like nobody likes that, bro. You don't want to be recorded. They don't want to be recorded. You're not making the situation better. You're not de-escalating. And unfortunately, you are looking like the bad guy, and I'm not happy about that, Jidion. Because you did what you did, and I'm proud that you got that guy off the streets. But please leave that building before you get shot or something worse, or they try to arrest you or something. You don't need to be there anymore. Let those people be. You did your job. He's already a registered sex offender. There's not much he can do. He's going to jail. There's not much else he needs to be done. You're dragging this, bro. You're dragging it.
I'm a Karen, Baron, Saren. I'm everything. Lakers in 5. And you know what? I want to ask a question. I want to ask if they ID'd him for police officer safety.
Stop pointing at the
what?
window.
I'm less threatening now. Now you see my bald spot. I'm not a threat anymore, officer. What's up, my man? Oh, hey, we got supporters coming in. Oh, we got even more of the cavalry coming. Damn, you messed up your bumper, my man.
Hey, it's a Beamer. You know, it's low. You know, I'm nervous meeting the Jidion.
You know what? I want you guys to go inside, and I want you to see if they ID you. I want to see if they ID.
This doesn't look good, bro. Why? And the fans are annoying too, bro. Cause the thing is, this nigga right here, unlike Jidion, is not trying to do something for the justice. He literally just wants to do it because he wants to go viral online. Look at his face. He's like, ooh, maybe I could go viral. That's literally what he's thinking right there. Oh my fucking goodness, bro.
ID you for public safety. Be polite though. Be polite.
What's up, chat? We're going in.
They want to do a records request.
Here, put it. Yeah. Yep. And the body cam footage probably and everything.
You'll put that on
I
your.
don't think you can do body cam.
It's not related to an arrest or an active case.
Body cam footage, I believe, can only be released through the DA.
They just told me that you can't get the body cam footage for some reason.
For some reason. Yeah. Okay.
No ID. Didn't ask for a single ID.
They didn't ask for an ID? Did they ask you for an ID? Wait, hold on. Did they ask you for an ID?
No.
Did they ask you?
Whoa.
Let me
They don't ask to erase thing, my nigga. Don't do this. I'm sorry, bro. This video does not look good.
Hold up, chat. I'm gonna call Law by Mike. Yo, Law Mike. Mike, this is me, Jidion. Can you hear me? I'm in a dilemma right now. I am in Albany, Oregon, right?
My best suggestion is not to push it.
So you don't think I should go back inside?
No.
You can have someone else go inside and ask how you can file the report.
They did. And then the lady started lying, saying that the only way to get the body cam footage is through the DA. Is it illegal to not get an incident report?
They have to take a police report. I mean, that's ridiculous to me.
Wait, the sergeant has to legally take a police report?
I don't know the rules in Oregon exactly, but typically they need to take police reports, even if it's for like small little things.
The police officer refused to take a police report.
Yeah, that seems strange. I think the best course of action would be to get the number of their superior.
I want to go back inside so bad, Mike.
I don't want them to like lay some bogus charge on
that's
you or
what I'm saying.
something.
Like, get out of there, bro.
Listen,
Mike, the thing is, again, he's already now a target of like negativity to them. So if they can find something against him, they'll use that for you if he comes back inside. So he literally needs to leave, because if he gives them any more time, they will arrest you. They can find shit about you. They already know who
some
you are.
bogus charge on me. Who do I got on the phone right now?
I know, but it's still not fun to deal with.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to you,
can
Mike,
literally end
man.
up in jail,
I appreciate you.
All right, talk to you later, Jidion.
Peace. Mr. James, man, what did they tell you?
They said they won't release body-worn camera footage, but I have a call scheduled with the lieutenant.
And did they ID you?
No.
Wait, you didn't get ID'd?
No, and I've had the gun on me.
Wait, hold up, chat, hold up. Here, I'm gonna ask again. Wait, they ID'd you, right?
No, of course not.
Hello, Captain. I appreciate you for returning my call.
I've been made aware of some of the stuff that happened today.
Yes, sir.
I was able to review the body-worn camera from Sergeant Bell, and I wanted to maybe hopefully shed some light. It had a lot to do with our experience with people versus predator, so I made a decision for our department regarding how we wanted to handle these cases in the future.
See what I'm saying? This is where the issue comes. Jidion, you had a whole experience. You yelled at the guy. You yelled at the two officers. It wasn't even them. They handled it this way because they could have easily been told this very statement. If you guys don't kick these people out, no matter what, it doesn't matter. They cannot get a word in. You will be fired on the spot. They could have been told those statements. So there's a reason sometimes when some people are assholes. I've seen actual cops like that have been nice to people, kind. A lot of workers are kind. Generally, people want to work, get the job done, and not give people a rough day. But when you work with people, there will always be somebody who's an asshole. But there will also be something always hanging over somebody's head. This is why most people, I always like to say, try and be an entrepreneur if you can. Because when you're working under somebody else, they can always come with some kind of rules or regulations that will fuck your day up or make things harder for you. And then other people will come at you not knowing what is already hanging over your head. And you're not going to just be like, oh, my boss told me I can't. Because sometimes you just don't want to be like, I'm not going to spread that, thing over your head now too. So it's like, it's so tough.
We conduct these things also. The way we go about it is much safer. But we don't know what they're about, what they're going to do.
And when I tell you, officer, we made sure that we made every precaution. When we first made contact with him, we asked him politely if we could just check and see if he had any weapons on us. He complied, and we pat him down. He didn't have anything. I told him, hey man, at any point you can leave. I know this is probably your first time hearing about me, but how I go about my work is we do not berate them. We befriend them almost, and they're opening up. I'm not a vigilante, and I'm not a police officer. My whole thing is I'm just a guy having a conversation with the guy, and until the police come.
Yes, Jidion, I appreciate all of that, but we didn't know you or your group or the perpetrator, and so my request for all sergeants not respond.
In this case, they did show up because
I'm not gonna lie to you, W Captain, because this nigga could have just called and said, no, you don't understand, you're in the wrong, but he had a conversation with Jidion. You see, he de-escalated the situation. This is what police work should look like. But too many times we get all the clips and snippets of the police doing the bad things, and before you know it, we're creating a society where most people think cops are bad people. Most cops are good people. It's just hard to deal with other people because bad people ruin shit. Thieves are liars and stealers, killers. All these, preds are bad people. They will do shit to lie and trying to use shit for themselves to help them. So that's why criminals are some of the worst people in the world, because they never take accountability and they put everything else on society. And unfortunately, the good people who end up taking that toll and taking on that thing on their head to be the better part of society, it's just, fuck, man. It's like there are too many good people out there trying to do the right thing, and too many bad people taking advantage of that. And unfortunately, that's just the cycle we live in. As long as you continue to be a good person all your whole life and just try to do the right thing, there will always be a bad person who will take advantage of you and use that to their benefit because they don't give a fuck, but you do.
As he did have
So
an
don't
arrest
stop being
warrant.
good,
Do
but
you
it's
feel
just
like
hard.
the sergeant was in the right by refusing to take a complaint? I asked him politely if I can have a case number. He started kind of like berating, saying like, "Oh, this is a police work and everything."
There was some miscommunication. Sergeant Bell was trying to guide you into, which was using our online reporting system. Not that we won't take the cases, but we're just not going to respond to a hasty situation where things are unpredictable. One or two of the cases that we had with People versus Predator was very risky, where we were drawing firearms.
When I tell you this man was the most calmest, was the most like unalerted, like, so I tried to come over to the police station, and then
But the thing
I'm told
is,
that
he
I
can't
have to
just take
ID
your word
myself,
for it. He
and
wasn't
then
there. What if he
everybody else
wasn't?
that
You're
comes
just saying
after
it,
me,
you know?
no one had to ID themselves.
That's not necessarily true, because I know that we ID people that come into the police department. Our clerks know that you're the main guy.
And then your officer pushed me out of the building. You know, me personally, I'm gonna have to agree to disagree with you on that one, because your clerks had no idea who I was beforehand when I first came in there. Then I'm kicked out of a public building because, quote unquote, I don't have any more business to do there. I want to give you my information. You know, we have a hard drive right here, Captain, where we want to give you guys all the evidence. All I'm trying to do is report a crime, and all I'm asking for is a statement.
I think they were trying to meet halfway. The arrest warrant, it was a way to solve the problem, but also help your guys' case in general. In regards to Sergeant Bell, you're not the first person that we escorted out or trespassed from our lobby. I'm not saying that how you were asked to leave was the best way. That conversation that you were having with Sergeant Bell was deteriorating.
If anything, I did you guys a service leaving what I did. You and I both know your sergeant would have arrested me if I hadn't left. And, you know, that just would have made the whole situation look bad. I wanted to give him my evidence, you know, in front of 30,000 people, to say the only reason why we arrested him is because he has an arrest warrant. And the way he treated me on a live, I literally have attorneys telling me to file a complaint.
I agree with you that it wasn't a good look for both of us. One of my goals in talking with you today was somehow get the information on your case. I have a case number for you because I want to create a conduit where you can give us your information so we can make a case. What that requires is for you to return to little old Albany, Oregon for a grand jury and then later trial.
Officer, I have no problem doing that. I've been subpoenaed to go back to Virginia next month. I've already testified in multiple court cases. I'll spend a dime for me. I'll spend it for anybody. The thing I care about most is getting these dudes locked up. And if I have to come back to little old Albany, I don't mind doing that at all. It's like, you know, even when we had police stations say, yeah, we're not taking this, every single one would at least we would at least leave with a case number.
There's things that we probably wish would have done differently. I do have a case number for you.
You know, and I want to genuinely ask you, you know, like you implemented this rule because catching predators and stuff like that can get messy and it can get dangerous. The most dangerous part is when the police arrived. And I think that's the scariest part about this. You know, when everything should have been, you know, the safest at that moment, that's when tensions were highest. That's where threats were thrown out about being arrested and kicked out and pushed. And I'm not gonna lie, genuinely, I felt safer with the predator than I did with your police officers, Captain. And
look, oh my gosh, bro, I understand what Big Cousin Jid is trying to say, but the reason I can't agree with all his statements is because we saw the footage, we saw the camera. Like, all this, he's conflating a lot of things, and, like, he's not giving a true testament of the actual situation, which also is understandable. He probably might be full of adrenaline, anger, all kinds of things, so he might not have an exact recollection of what happened, but there's a camera right here. They didn't threaten him as soon as they got there, or at least, but then again, even from the camera footage we saw, we don't have the full context of the whole situation either. We literally, bro, that's crazy. We literally don't have the full context of the situation either. We just have understanding of what he showed us on the camera. From what I saw on the camera, it made it look like the cops did not threaten you at the beginning as soon as they got there. It escalated to the point where they did start threatening you towards the end of the interaction at the Walmart. But it also, in my opinion, when I was seeing in the camera, it was also partly due to your own non-compliance. Now, I get your fervor, your fervor to want to like get these people locked up and get all this, but at the same time, this guy's life is not, it's not like it is weird that he's still out on the streets. He's off the streets now, and hopefully that's one or maybe 10 kids you could have saved from that kind of situation. But, like, this whole situation, I feel like should not have been something you were over here putting yourself in danger by going to the police station and all that. But it is what I digress, bro. Like, I just think,
and you know, I'm not saying that to be facetious at all. Like, that's just genuinely how I felt. If the evidence is good, you know, from the chat logs and everything like that, like, you know, will this man be charged with online solicitation of a minor?
Yes, it's simple. If you come back to Albany, Oregon with this type of stuff in the future, plan ahead. Give us an opportunity to work ahead of it.
Yes, sir. My decoy, she's working with your guys' DA. She actually is scheduled to come back out there soon because she's been subpoenaed. So if you can, let the DA know that, you know, they're already working with her. So her work is sound, and this shouldn't even go to trial. This is just going to be an easy plea deal.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
We'll see.
All right.
I appreciate it. You guys have a safe flight.
Thank you. All right, y'all.
This is how police conversations should go with the community. There you go. That captain de-escalated, had a good conversation, did not chastise Jidion. He gave information, took information back, took feedback. They had a conversation. And this is the issue that happens so much because of this internet era where so many motherfuckers are not really having conversations. We're only seeing clips and snippets, taking partial context, not having the full context. No real conversation is being had. And unfortunately, leaves both sides disinformed and having malice ideologies and thoughts toward each other without really knowing if that, like, without really understanding if I'm supposed to feel this way about that person. You're just feeling that way, but you don't have the actual accurate information to feel that way. You just have, it's like people are being, so that's why today I always think it's so easy to control people. It's never been easier in this world to control people than it is now. All you gotta do is send a bunch of clips out there. You can mess with the mentality of people and how people think. Isn't that fucked up? Isn't that like a fucked up thing that you can literally control the minds and thoughts of people just by putting videos out there? That's insane.
Oh man, I appreciate you guys for watching towards the end of the video. Now I'm gonna give you guys a quick update about Charles. He is still currently arrested right now, but he is not charged with the crime that he committed for what you see in the video. He is only charged with his outstanding warrant arrest. That's why he's still in jail. I've been talking to the detectives and everything, but they have been working on this case for the last 2 weeks, and they're still investigating. Have not brought any charges onto him. I genuinely don't know what more needs to be seen or said. You know, they have the video, they have all the chat logs. Like, I just don't see what's taking so long. The captain did give me his word though that they were gonna charge him with the stuff that he did. If this ever does happen, we'll see. The Albany Police Department haven't issued an apology, you know, for me being pushed out of the police station or just anything, you know. Like, I feel like when I talked to the captain, it was just more so like damage control, because the people of Albany are pissed. They're so pissed because they even put out a statement on their Facebook basically reprimanding what me and my group did, but then behind the scenes on our phone call, he's over here saying that they're gonna be charging him with the stuff that my group caught on this dude. I don't know. I really don't like it. I really don't mess with it. But at the end of the day, if the guy gets charged, the guy gets charged. That's all I care about. And on the news, like, even the captain went on the news reprimanding me.
Well, John, both Kaiser and Albany police say they didn't know these stings were happening until they were called and would have liked more of a heads up. They say groups like these doing it on their own can complicate the investigation process.
Albany police on Friday arrested 34-year-old Charles Malik, a registered sex offender, on an outstanding warrant. It was during a fake online meetup orchestrated by YouTube creator Jidion and his team posing as a minor. Police say the fake meetup was news to them.
They showed up unannounced and sprung this on us. That's one of the concerns that we have had in the past when we've assisted with other groups.
Police say these types of stings may have good intentions, but can also pose a risk to the public.
First thing is public safety. In this particular situation, we don't know who we're interacting with.
On Thursday, Kaiser police, tipped off by Jidion, made 2 arrests. Jidion says his team, acting as decoys, would communicate with the men and pretend to be a minor, then arrange for a place to meet.
I'm not, you know, the judge, jury, executioner, but I am the snitch, and, you know, I will tell the police what these guys are doing.
Jidion sees what he's doing as the right thing.
If we can get these guys locked up and get the information to the police, then we should definitely do that.
Police, on the other hand, see it differently.
The Albany Police Department and area agencies, we do our own stings, but they're controlled to minimize risk to the public and certainly not put anyone in jeopardy.
So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and share. We post 2 videos a week. Every week, we're traveling all over the country. If you guys want to support our movement, be sure to support us on edpwatch.com. At $4.45 a month, you guys get early access to videos, all types of...
W video, big cousin Jed. W video.